All right, so we're 2 years into a pandemic now. And despite the fact that we all went remote, we all use tools like Google Meet, the most sophisticated thing we ever see anybody do still is just share a screen. Despite the fact that these tools have a bunch of other options in them, but I think they're kind of hard to find and they're hard to understand how they work. So today, we're going to focus on using polls in Google Meet, and I'm going to show you where to find that now. So if you get down to the bottom right, there's like a triangle, a square, and a circle. That's the activities. If I click on that, it comes up with a couple of different options. Today, we're just looking at polls. So if I click on polls, what comes up is a start a poll, and you'll see that I can ask a question and have a couple of options. So here's the deal. You can use up to 300 characters for a question. You can also use up to 300 characters for options. I tested it out. You can list up to 10 different options, and I have not run into a limit of how many different questions you can ask. So after you do this, you can either launch it into the Meet that you're in, or you can save it and launch it at a certain point in time during the Meet. But you can add multiple questions, multiple polls. The best practice that I've found is to create a Google document, write your question, write your options, and then copy and paste. Because one of the downsides to using polls is that you cannot do polls in advance. Like you can't open up a meeting, write all your poll stuff, then hit save and have that come up during the meeting. You have to copy and paste or be in the live meeting for it to stick. So do it in a doc, copy and paste, and then you can launch your poll. So what happens after you do the polls? When you launch the poll, and you have to launch it for the users to be able to see it, when users fill it out, you can choose whether those poll responses are anonymous or not, whether names are associated with them. You can determine whether the poll results show in the poll box to the meeting participants, or you can keep those for yourself and then decide how you want to tell others about the poll results. When you close a meeting, that will close the polls, and you will get a link in your email to a folder that's shared with you that will have a Google Sheet in it with the test polling results. Those polling results, no matter how many questions you run, each question will be a separate tab in that Google Sheet. So here's the first question I ran, here's the second question I ran, and you can see that they're in tabs. So have fun with polls. They're a little awkward with the copy and paste thing. I'm sure it'll get better, but I hope that helps. I think it could be really cool for staff meetings, project input, and stuff like that. Right on. Later.